3 tips for your next white collar fight. My name is Armin and I'm a boxing coach for England, and I've had 2 white collar fights last year. Since then I've managed to learn a lot, and I'm going to share with you 3 of my biggest tips to smash your white collar fight, guys. Tip 1 is preparing for your fighting conditions. So for example, in my white collar fight that I had to wear specific headgear, 16-ounce gloves and a gum shield. So my mistake was just wearing a regular head guard, which, you know, it's not the end of the world, but the best, the most ideal thing you can do is to mimic exactly what it is going to be like on fight night. The head guard that we use really blocked my vision and really went down to my forehead. So you want to be able to get used to the kit that you'll be wearing on your fight. So if you have to wear 16-ounce, 14-ounce, 12-ounce gloves on your fight, make sure you're wearing that during your training to get used to it. Another big one that a lot of people struggle with when they don't train with it is fighting or sparring, training with a gum shield on. Make sure you get used to wearing a gum shield, whether you're skipping, hitting a bag, put it on a few sessions, get used to the feeling. It's not enough just to do it in sparring now and then. Put your head guard on when you're hitting a bag, you're preparing for your white collar bout. So just get used to your fight conditions, because when you get to fight night, you've already worn your boxing shorts, a vest that you'll be wearing. You've now mimicked exactly how it's going to feel on the day of your fight. Tip number 2 is an important tip that you may have heard, but I'm going to go over it in a little bit more depth, and it is improving your fitness. You must have heard that fitness is so important in fighting, because you could be the most skilled fighter, but if you get tired, you get gassed out in the first round, none of that is going to matter, because your form and everything will be going out the window, your defense, your offense, everything. Okay, so fitness is really important, but let's talk a bit more about fitness. How do you actually improve your fitness, especially when you only have 8 weeks or 12 weeks for your fight? So the first way you would improve your fitness is by doing slightly longer run, but I wouldn't recommend anything more than 3 or 5 kilometers, because you have 3 2-minute rounds or 3 1.5-minute rounds. You're not going to be going at a la pace. No, it's going to be intense. So I would do 3 or 5k and try to do that in as fast of a time as you can. And what's that going to do is improve your respiratory system. So the muscles around your lungs is going to get stronger, and therefore you're going to get fitter overall. Best way to improve your fitness, through my experience and through speaking to many professional fighters and other coaches like myself, is to do interval training. Now, what is interval training? Interval training is when you will do an exercise, whether you're sprinting, whether you're doing it on an air bike or rowing, whatever you're doing, this is how it would work. You can do 10 seconds, as fast intensity, I'm talking 80, 90, 100% intensity, where you're giving maximum output, whether you're sprinting as fast as you can or really rowing, whatever you can, 10 seconds as fast as you can. Then you would maybe drop off 10 seconds. You can start off doing 10 seconds on and then 50 seconds off. So by doing 10 seconds on, 50 seconds off, that 50 seconds you'll start to regenerate, and then that 10 seconds you can go all out. What I did for my white collar fights was doing 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. I like this personally because it mimics a fight. You're not going to be, like I said, with the run. You're not just going to be jogging. That's not how you're going to be fighting. With boxing, you're going to be going in, blah, 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 blah. Then you're going to come back, catch your breath, again, in, blah, blah, blah. So it's really in and out, and it's fast, it's high intensity. In a white collar fight, you got to bring that pressure in. The ring is smaller as well. Experiment. You know, go on the air bike for 10 seconds, rest 50 seconds. Go for that run where you go as fast as you can for 15 seconds, then have 15 seconds of a relaxed jog to catch your breath. And do this 6 times, so 6 sets. Then rest for a minute or 2 or 3 minutes, and then do it 3 more times. So you've made it to tip 3. And tip 3 is a very important tip that is overlooked, and it is sticking to your fundamentals. Learn that jab, master that jab, throw that backhand, master that backhand, your footwork, your defense. These 4 things are the main things that you will need in your fight, mastered with some tactical advantages like throwing that head and body, going from body to head to body. The mistake I did in my fight was going out at some times and just going out swinging, or just catching my breath, not doing anything. You don't have time for that. Don't wait around. You know, you've got to put pressure on your opponent, really make it obvious who the winner is. Otherwise, it may be a draw, or you might even just lose thinking you've won, which is another big mistake that I might cover in another video. Spend time in your training only throwing a jab, only working on your footwork, only working on your defense. Really get good at these basics. And if you want to become a better fighter, guys, honestly, and I say this, I know this is a bit of a plug, but check out the course that is linked to my bio, because it's £15, so price you'd pay just to go into a gym one time and have a class, and you will learn 9 different deadly ways to throw a jab. You'll have 10 different workout plans. There's like 10 detailed video tutorials. It is insane the amount you will learn and get better by getting this course. If you can, get that course. If not, just shoot me a message on Instagram and I'll do my very best to help you guys. So I hope these 3 tips helps. And if you want more tips, let me know and I'll be making a video on it. Stay tuned for my next video next week.